November 1, Juliet Delta Hotel.
Juliet Delta Hotel. Roger, roger. What's the name there?
Delta Hotel. Roger, roger. What's the name there?
Name here is Paul. I'm running about 100 watts on a Flex Radio 6600.
Roger, roger. Flex 6600. And what's your location, Paul?
100. And what's your location, Paul?
My location is Gloucester, Mass.
Roger, roger, Paul. Well, our setup procedure starts with a compressor engaged at a 3, 3 out of 30, 3 out of 10, 30 out of 100. And if you would like our setup procedure, it starts with the compressor engaged on and at a 3 out of 10. Roger?
On and at a 3 out of 10. Roger?
The Flex only has 3 settings on compressing, and I have you on the lowest setting right now.
Yes, sir. That is correct. What do they call that? What do they call the lowest amount of compression?
What do they call the lowest amount of compression?
No, the 3 terms are normal, DX, and DX plus.
Yes, sir. Normal is just fine. Now I'll move to your ALC. I'm assuming you have an ALC and with mic gain in hand, and the word is audio, audio, and as you say the word audio, adjust your mic gain into your ALC as mid-scale to 2/3, Roger.
Mid-scale to 2/3, Roger.
So the Flex 6600 does not have an ALC, but it does have a mic gain, and I'm using an INRAD 650 mic, audio, 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 and my level is about 95.
Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. We're looking for a 3 dB dynamic range, and that about does it there. It looks good. Just out of curiosity, does the 6600 have a modulation reference?
A modulation reference?
So I'm not quite sure what you mean by modulation reference.
In other words, something to set your modulation level with that will tell you when you are, correct.
Correct.
So the 6600 is the software-defined radio, and I believe that is in the software. You can't really set your modulation level.
Well, gosh, it'd be a strange radio that you couldn't adjust your, there's no reference to your modulation level. Is that correct? You don't have a light, you don't have a meter, you don't have anything, Roger?
A light, you don't have a meter, you don't have anything, Roger?
That is correct. If there is anything, I don't know it, and I do know this radio pretty well, but I won't say I know every part of it.
That's right. Well, you're looking good on that last transmission. You were a 3 dB dynamic range, which is where you want to be. Now, what about on the equalization side? Does it have any kind of equalization?
Any kind of equalization?
Yes, there's quite a bit of equalization available, and I'm running an equalization curve right now with about, what have I got? I got 3 on the 250, I got 5 on the 500, I got 6 on 1K, I got 7 on 2K, I got 5 on 4K, and I'm flat at 8K.
Roger, roger. Well, normally in our setup, we get the mid-range flat. The whole idea of an equalizer is to balance the top to the mid-range and the bottom to the mid-range. And if you push the mid-range, it's so much harder for the top and the bottom to catch up. So normally we suggest the 1kc mid-range area from, say, 400 cycles to 1.4K to be flat. And then we balance the top to that and the bottom to that. I mean, that's so much so that the ICOM 7300, 7610 don't even put in a mid-range control because they want that to be flat. There's no sense putting it there, if you don't need to change it. So, they don't even put a mid-range control in their EQ, and it's all the top, just two controls, top and bottom EQ, for balance to the mid-range that does not have it has a phantom control, Roger.
It has a phantom control, Roger.
I can take the equalizer off if that would make sense. Over.
Well, is that an 8-band EQ, parametric EQ?
Is that an 8-band EQ, parametric EQ?
Yes, sir, it is.
All right, I would put everything between 400 cycles and 1.4K flat. Everything between 400 cycles and 1.4K flat. Roger?
Well, I've got everything flat right now. How does this sound?
Okay, everything is flat. Okay, let's go to the top. So you're doing 2K, 4K, 8K. Is that the way that goes?
8K, is that the way that goes?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay, on 2K, I go, let's see, 4 bandwidth, 4 bandwidth, bandpass, 4 bandpass at plus 4. So that's 2K, 4 bandwidth plus 4, Roger?
4 bandwidth plus 4, Roger.
Okay, I don't understand what you mean by 4 bandwidth plus 4. I can raise the 2K equalizer to a level of 4. It goes from 1 to 10. Over.
Yes, sir. Now, I'm just questioning, do you have a parametric EQ which would let you dial in the shape of that EQ curve on that one frequency, Roger? How wide it is?
Frequency, Roger. How wide it is?
No, I do not. I just have the 2K, 1K, 4K. I have the settings. That's all I have.
Yes, sir. Okay, so it's not a parametric. It's just a straight EQ. So we do a plus 4 on the 2K, Roger. Plus 4 on 2K, Roger.
Plus 4 on 2K, Roger.
Okay, this is plus 4 on 2K. Over.
All right, now I want you to go to 4K plus 6. 4K plus 6, Roger.
4K plus 6, Roger.
Okay, here you are. Audio, audio, audio. It is 4K at 6. Over.
Yes, sir. Now I want you to go down to the bottom end. The bottom EQ, is that 60-something cycles or is that 100 cycles?
60-something cycles or is that 100 cycles?
That is 63, sir.
Okay, so go to your 120 plus 3. 120 plus, well, whatever it is, the one up from the bottom, plus 3.
The one up from the bottom, plus 3.
Okay, the one up from the bottom is 125. I have it at plus 3. Audio, audio, audio. Over.
All right, why don't you give me about 10 seconds and tell me about your antenna system, and let me look around, see if I can get you on my local antenna, Roger.
And see if I can get you on my local antenna, Roger.
So the 14-meter vertical with 32 10-meter radials and ground rods, and right now I'm talking to you on a 80-meter loop. You're coming in better on the loop than you are on the vertical, but I'm transmitting to you on the vertical. Over.
Yes, sir. Okay, let's try 2 more clicks bottom end EQ at that 120 cycle jobber, plus 2 additional from where you are, and let me listen to you.
Additional from where you are, and let me listen to you.
Okay, here you go. 125 is set at plus 5 dB. Audio, audio, audio. over to you, sir.
Yes, sir. It sounded pretty good. I think I would leave it right there. It sounds really nice. It's got a nice bottom end, not accentuated bottom end, but do have content there around 250 cycles. So it is a nice compromise between a QSO situation and a contest situation. That's the way I like to put it, where the audio can go either way. Roger.
It's where the audio can go either way. Roger.
Well, I appreciate your input. I had heard you a couple times before, and when there wasn't a big group of folks trying to get to you, I figured this was my opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir, Paul. 73, sir, and we will be posting this recording up on YouTube by noon tomorrow. So by noon tomorrow, if you go to YouTube, call it a search, KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook. That will take you to this recording. It will be cut number 1 in a series of 2,000. Roger?
Number 1 in a series of 2,000. Roger.
Thank you very much, sir, and you have a wonderful day. N1JDH, out.
Roger, Paul. 73, sir. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.